Okay guys, this is a quick update for Bitcoin. We're at a critical point right now for both Bitcoin and the stock market. Explain why it's possible we could be topped out and looking at some downside. I'm going to cover all of this in detail, give you some macro upside targets, downside targets, as well as some smaller price targets on smaller time frames. Remember guys, you can access all these live charts on my website, pinned in the first comment description. Use my Bitget affiliate link. That's also pinned in the first comment description as well. Remember, if you do want to get access to my Twitter only, if you use that Bitget affiliate link, I will give you access to Twitter. If you want to get access to Discord and charts, you will need to sign up through the website. So let's get into this guys. If you watch my last video I put up, this was on May 24th. I'll put a link up to this video now. Make sure you watch it. I gave you possible scenarios for bottom targets. So again, I gave specific dates and specific targets. Make sure you watch that video. Further into that video, I covered the Dow Jones, and this is what's important and critical. We're at this point now. But again, watch this video. I went into detail about both the Dow Jones and those bottom targets. So this is currently the M1 chart. I'm gonna explain this. I'm gonna give you upside targets, downside targets. We're gonna cover the Dow Jones as well. Remember guys, I do keep you updated on Twitter and in Discord. This was a tweet I made 5 hours ago, just showing you how some of these calls played out. So this is where you'd want a chance to short for best entry. We're at resistance, open as short and put a stop just above resistance. So we came up to resistance at 29,240. Set your stop above. This is where you put in a short. You can see how this played out. We dropped from this point, and we dropped way the hell down, by the way. Ka-ching. So that played out fantastic. This is the actual chart. You can see how much we dropped. We dropped all the way from 29,246 all the way to 28,000, pushed back up. Notice the meat of the candles right above this support level, and now we're currently above this resistance. And I'll give you your next resistance levels above on these charts. But most importantly, guys, you need to pay attention to the M1 chart. If you have access to it, make sure you load this chart up. If we start pushing up, if I'm wrong, I'm going to cover the Dow Jones. If I'm wrong and we push up, the next point you want to short, let me make this red. The next point you want to short, I know for a fact this red line is going to be a lot of resistance. If we do get above that point, guys, the next point to short is whenever you make contact with this white line. So that's roughly around 35,000 depending when you make contact. Remember, this is the same white line I told you to short every time we hit it. So that's why these are very key resistance levels. If we push straight up today, that's 32,800, and whenever you make contact with this white line. Your current support right now that needs to hold, we got a wick below it. If we do break below 28,800, your next major support to catch a bounce is right here around 26,160. If that breaks, then those bottom targets I gave you in that previous video will come into play. So that's what you need to pay attention to for macro targets. The Dow Jones, guys, I explained this in detail in that last video. This orange fib circle, price has been respecting for years. This is where I called the crash back before COVID. This was resistance. You can see right here, resistance, support, resistance, support. And right here, guys, we are right at this ring that I talked about in that last video. All of this ring in this fib circle was a lot of support. It was support right here. We pushed up. This is where I told you not long ago to short the Dow at 35,200. And I said when we came up, this previous resistance right here, this ring right here, would flip as support. You see this huge ass arrow right here? This is potentially a top. I'm going in heavy doing some puts on the Dow Jones. It is possible I'm wrong, but I'm just showing you based on this chart, it shows me that this ring is potentially a point for us to get rejected and come down. Obviously, if you push above this point, you know, your next resistance on the Dow Jones is way up here around 34,740. If that happens, then we're probably pushing up to 32,800, maybe 35,000 for the next rejection point. But if it plays out the way I'm expecting and we get rejected at 32,665, this ring right here is currently our resistance. If we get rejected here and we come down, the next target I'm watching for the Dow Jones is way down here around 27,500. That means we will hit those bottom targets I gave you in that previous video. That's why today is such a critical point for Bitcoin and the stock market. Currently, the Dow Jones is up 510 points. Remember, Bitcoin, the indices are up, Bitcoin's up, indices down, Bitcoin down. And you see that the Dow Jones pushed up 510 points, but look where we stopped, right at this damn ring. That's how important this is as a resistance level. So if we get topped out here and start dropping, guys, those downside targets given that previous video will probably be hit. So let me give you your key support and resistance levels to pay attention to. So I already gave you targets on the M1 chart. This is the H1 chart. So currently you can see this is now your support on the H1 chart at 29,267. Your next major resistance above to watch is right here at 29,890 up to 30,150. So those are your current resistance levels. Your support levels below, 28,665. down to 28,455. Remember, if we break 28,800 with a candle open below, your next target is 26,160. If that breaks, the bottom targets I gave you in the previous video will come into play again. This is the C1 chart. So we're at resistance now. So this might be a point to put in a short, but again, follow the indices. Your next resistance level above is right here at 30,111. Your support level below is down here at 28,359. This is the C1 BG chart. If we push up, your next resistance is right here at, this is 30,063. So there's a lot of resistance around 30,000 potentially put in short. And your next support level below is 28,282. And again, this is our key support that needs to hold. But guys, that's pretty much it. If you do want to access these live charts, the website is opticalcrypto.com. The link's pinned in the first comment description. And again, if you use my Big Get affiliate link, it's also pinned in the first comment description as well. If you do use that Big Get affiliate link, guys, shoot me an email through the website and I will give you access to Twitter only. And if you do want to pay with USDT, I'm allowing you to do that, but you need to email me through the website. Guys, that's it. Trade safe, trade smart. I'm out.